Renanim ¿Cómo está? And hello, welcome back to another episode of Grace Daily, hosted by Grace International Baptist Church here in Chuuk, Micronesia. I'm really glad to have you joining us today, whether you're an old friend or you're just joining us for the first time. Thank you for being here. This week, we're going through Psalm 8 in preparation for this coming Sunday. And so I would again encourage you, read this psalm. It's very short, a very encouraging psalm, and I think it will be a blessing to you. So read that through a time or two or every day and be ready for Sunday. Today we're going to look at verses 6 and 7. It says this, "You made him to have dominion over the works of thy hands. You put all things under his feet. All sheep and oxen, yea, the beasts of the field, the fowls of the air, and the fish of the sea, and whatsoever passeth through the paths of the sea." We live in one of the most beautiful places on earth. I love it. I love watching. Again, shout out to Lee Archie Photography. If you're watching this at all, my friend, he has allowed us graciously to use the picture that we use for the introduction and the ending. That is Lee's picture. But I love his photographs, and I'm sure you've seen him on Facebook. These aerial photographs of all over Chuuk and Palau and the FSM, and absolutely breathtaking and stunning beauty that we live around every day. And God has given us dominion over that. It is our job to rule. Now, this gets very practical. Dominion, yes, we're supposed to go out and rule and have dominion, but what are some ways that we do this? The Bible points out that we have dominion over a few different areas. Number one, it says sheep and oxen, the domesticated animals. For us, that's pigs, cats, dogs, chickens. I don't know if anybody has a pet rat here. I highly doubt it. But those domesticated animals, those animals that we have either for our pleasure or for our food, we have dominion over them. The wild beasts, right? And goats as well. And then it talks about the beasts of the field. We don't have too many beasts around here, but we do have lizards. And we've got those big Komodo dragon things over on Pfeffin. And we do have wild pigs running around and things like that. So we have those things that we have dominion over. The fowl of the air. We have a lot of beautiful birds here. I love watching these little finches right outside my window. The little black and red ones and the green ones. I love watching the white ones that fly up by the mountain. We have some gorgeous birds. And then, something that I think we can all be happy of, we have dominion over the fish of the sea. Praise God. We can eat out of the sea and we love it. And so we have dominion over that. So I want to just real quick practically slow down and look at this. And I want you to understand, and I think you know my heart. If you've been around me for long enough, you should know it by now. I'm not here to try to instill American values. I'm not here to try to put my culture above another culture. Nothing like that. But I think that you and I both recognize, because it's been talked about a lot, we have these clean-up Chuuk days and things like that. There's a few things that I want to address biblically. The Bible tells us clearly we have dominion over all of that. Yesterday we talked about what dominion is. It's ruling well on behalf of God. It's not lording over it. It's not abusing other things, people, animals, whatever. It's ruling on behalf of God, the way that He would rule. We want to rule well. And so I just want to put a few things out there. First of all, when it comes to the land, we have dominion over this land. And that means that we should care about the beauty that God has created. Now, obviously, we don't worship the creation, the creature, more than the Creator. We don't make Chuuk or make the land our God, but we also take good care of it. And so when it comes to littering, when it comes to throwing our garbage out, even creating this garbage dump, and just chucking everything into a neighborhood garbage dump, it really gets old. I know it's so hard here on an island. But I would encourage you, burn anything that you can burn. If you can make it to the garbage dump, make it to the garbage dump. Or if you can consolidate, like you get all your neighbors and you throw it into one area and burn it whenever you can. I don't know. There's a ton of practical ways and a ton of practical helps that are already out there. But I would encourage you, start with the small step, and let's just not litter. Let's pick up all over our island. Let's see how we can make this place more beautiful on behalf of God. Second of all, it comes very specifically in this passage about animals. I like animals, but I also like the taste of animals. So I'm not here saying that we can't eat them. God clearly says that we can. But I am saying that we need to treat them properly. The Proverbs say this. It's actually in Proverbs 12:10. It says, "The righteous man regards the life of his beast." It means that he takes care of his animals. And so, folks, if we've got dogs, if we've got pigs, if we've got cats, it's not our job, and it does not please God when we shoot rocks at them or hit them for no reason or starve them or anything like that. Not because that's my cultural preference, but I believe that if we were to have dominion over them, we don't elevate them above humans. We don't elevate them above God. But they are God's creation, and God cares about, He knows every robin, every bird that falls. He cares about His creation, and therefore I believe that we ought to be taking good care of the animals and the things around us. And so finally, that just leaves me, you might know this, and I might know this, but I think that a lot of our children here in Chook don't know this. And I would challenge and encourage you, take the opportunity to pass this lesson along. Don't litter and don't abuse animals. It's just the way that we can please God and have dominion over His good earth. If God has given us so much grace, then surely we can show that to others around us. In that, my friends, grace and peace.